This has been a year like no other. The COVID-19 pandemic made all of us change the way we live in big ways. Wearing masks became the norm. And some decided to use humor, which was badly needed sometimes to make us smile. It has been a particularly rough and lonely year for the oldest among us, as they have been hit hardest by COVID-19. We all became familiar with the term social distancing and realized it didn't mean you and your partner needed space, but rather we all needed to put space between us to be safe. Some were doing their best to make something good out of a terrible situation, and behind the scenes, ISIA members were also doing the same thing. They were working tirelessly to fight the COVID-19 virus. This comment from one of our members brought home to us how important the work of ISIA member companies have been in ensuring the world gets through this pandemic. I could write a book. We make many of the critical raw materials used to develop and manufacture vaccines and monoclonal antibody cocktails. The speed scale of the activity is what's been incredible, condensing 5 years worth of demand into 18 months. Add to that the pressures of Operation Warp Speed. Well, it's been a wild 8 months. The experts said it couldn't be done.
Really extraordinary that from the first time the sequence was made public by the Chinese when they discovered what virus it was, literally within days we took that sequence off the database and inserted it into one of our vaccine platforms called the messenger RNA in the Vaccine Research Center at the NIH. Sobering news is that since vaccines are given to normal individuals, what is paramount is safety and whether or not it works. Bad news is that the reality of vaccinology means this is not going to be something we're going to have tomorrow.
So where does ISIA fit into this picture? Initially, ISIA members put in place rigorous requirements to ensure the safety of their employees. Some provided continuous training about social distancing and disinfecting communal spaces. Others made sure their extended family, as they call their employees, had the resources needed for doctor consults, testing, childcare, and isolation as needed. Early on, many of our members made some changes to their manufacturing systems to make much-needed hand sanitizer. Some members donated that hand sanitizer to local establishments in need. Other members found out that their local retirement facilities were struggling because they did not have the necessary PPE for their staff, so they donated their excess stocks of surgical masks. A member found that their local hospital did not have necessary sterile sampling tubes, so those were donated as well. ISIA members have been involved in every step of the accelerated supply chain brought about by Operation Warp Speed and similar programs worldwide. You name it, from amino acids to freezers to dry ice, single-use bags, silicone tubing, cell culture media buffers, and cargo space. It is under pressure. When looking at purely COVID-related activities, many members became involved in manufacturing bulk and filled viral transport medium. Issues ranged from a need to retool their facilities to leaky tubes to global cooperation with business partners. Some have obtained grants to develop better viral transport media. In July 2020, the US FDA issued emergency regulatory guidance to viral transport media manufacturers, allowing for the sale of pre-filled tubes without a formal medical device filing. To date, one member went from no involvement with VTM to shipping over VTM to 2.3 million COVID-19 tests. FBS has continued to play an important role in the research surrounding COVID, as well as the development and manufacturing of testing kits. Manufacturing of these kits has been cranked up as the global need has expanded, and immunological and stem cell applications have become relevant. While FBS was not used in the manufacturing of the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines, BioNTech, Pfizer's colleagues in creating their vaccine, published an article in late December 2020 recognizing the contribution of its employees and partners. BioNTech today wants to express its thanks and gratitude not only to its employees, but also to the many partners who have assisted the company in successfully developing a vaccine for COVID-19. BioNTech acknowledges that without the tireless effort from its employees and partners, who have played a pivotal role in this effort, it would not have been able to achieve this historic company milestone. They acknowledged and thanked no less than 9 of our members in that article. One member said to us, "If anyone ever questions why we spend so much money on basic science research, this is it. The new technologies developed by Moderna and Pfizer are nothing less than Nobel-worthy." We are proud of the role our members have played in the battle against COVID-19. When the story is finally written about this worldwide pandemic and COVID-19, ISIA members may not be the focus, but we will all know they were an integral part of the reason we've been able to get back to